What up, Nap fam? It's your girl T, aka the Nappy Headed Jojoba, here with a Memorial Day weekend video. I've missed y'all. I've been really busy with work. Literally the day I got back from Japan, I got an email about a bunch of projects, actually, all for the same company, but directing two things and then writing a bunch of scripts for them. And it was such a look at God kind of moment because it was when I had just gotten back the same day. Didn't really have any work prospects since I'd been out of town for 2+ weeks. And immediately I was able to get back on the income wagon, but it's kept me away from you guys and I've missed y'all. Because my time has been so strained recently, I thought it might be fun to do just kind of a chill video where I talk through some recent hair loves with you guys. I know many of you out there aren't really here for my other content, whether it's about fashion or fitness, because for some reason, a lot of y'all feel the need to constantly let me know that. So hopefully some hair related content will please the masses. And it is Memorial Day weekend. I'm actually off to a cookout at my friend Pete and Dom's place later, so getting ready for that as well. Cheers, everybody. I'm gonna start off with probably the most boring ones because I want to get them out of the way. First up, seamless combs. You guys have heard me talk about these combs a couple times in recent videos. One when I first demonstrated how I've been incorporating combs into my detangling routine. I still finger detangle, but I basically use combs to help me find the tangles. I described it as being kind of like, this is the canary in the coal mine. I use the comb to find the tangle and then I go ahead and remove the tangles with my fingers as I always would have. It has been so efficient. My hair has been so much more manageable and quicker to detangle. Like cumulatively, I think because I'm getting a more thorough detangling by using this to help me find the tangles as well. By the time it's wash day again in a week or two, it's a lot easier to detangle. It seems like every time, like it just does not take me nearly the amount of time that it used to, using this to help me find the tangles and my shower head to keep my hair elongated as I detangle. This new routine is working wonders for me. I love it and I owe it all to seamless combs that I actually don't have to worry about fucking my hair up despite reincorporating combs into my routine again. It turns out combs are not necessarily the enemy. You just may have to figure out a way to use them for your particular hair. Next up is a recent deep conditioner love, and this is from Be Mine. This is their Be Beautiful deep conditioner. You would have seen me use this in my most recent wash day video, my wash day that doesn't take all damn day. And this conditioner, even though I like to try out new deep conditioners all the time, I've got a cabinet full of things. And then there's also old favorites that I love to revisit and use. But this has definitely stood out as one that I really love and that I fully intend to repurchase. Now, when I looked on the Be Mine site, I did not see this size. This 16-ounce jar has been in my stash for some time, and I feel like a bit of a fool that it took me this long to even get around to using it. I only see an 8-ounce size on the site, and it is not an inexpensive product. So hopefully it's just a question of it being out of stock rather than them discontinuing the larger size. I will say this conditioner goes a long way with me. I'm very heavy-handed with my products, and I also just tend to need more products because even though my density is normal, my strands are quite thick and they seem to just kind of soak up a lot of product. But with this, I feel like this 16-ounce jar, I'll probably get a good 4 uses out of it, which is a lot for me because realistically a 16-ounce jar would probably be 2 uses for me, 3 maximum with any other conditioner. So that in itself is very impressive to me, and if I can figure out if they're going to be bringing back the 16-ounce jar, I will absolutely be repurchasing this. This is a protein-free deep conditioner, by the way, so if your hair is low porosity, I do not use the term protein sensitive, but if your hair is low porosity and you tend to struggle with products that do contain protein, this might be a good one for you. In my case, I love having protein in my conditioner, so I actually just add some of my Green Beauty Real Protein treatment to this, and it's a match made in heaven. My pre-poo routine has also changed up a little bit lately. I haven't needed to make my pre-poo detangler recipe that is quite popular amongst a lot of you, which is always warming my heart. You know, I get mentions and even ran into one of you in a Whole Foods parking lot. What's up, Janet? Because out of nowhere, I just heard, your pre-poo recipe changed my life. And I was just like, oh! I nearly dropped my case of kombucha kombucha in the parking lot. But shout out to you, Janet. Thank you. That really made my day. And I'm sorry I was looking as raggedy as I was. I generally am not all that put together when I'm going to the grocery store. Anyway, I'm really happy a lot of you guys have loved that recipe. I still use it if I need to. But because detangling has been so much easier for me lately with these guys and just my new detangling routine, when I pre-poo, I don't do a full-on finger detangle anymore. I basically just slap some oil in my hair. But then I like to apply a scalp treatment. This one is the Licorice Root Scalp Elixir from Beija Flor Naturals, one of those OG Sista-owned, Black-owned natural hair care companies. She sent me this along with a few other items quite some time ago, and this is something that I've been using, you know, off and on as a scalp treatment before my wash days. It's basically meant to help relieve dry, itchy scalp, which I actually don't have. My scalp does get a little bit dry, but it doesn't get itchy or flaky or anything. I just like the way this feels. It's got a sort of cooling, tingling feeling, so I like to apply this to my scalp as my pre-poo the night before my wash day. I put the coconut oil on the length of my hair, some of this on my scalp. It doesn't come with this applicator. I took this off of some other product and then put it on here to make it easier to get to my roots. It's got babassu oil, rice bran oil, castor oil, peach kernel oil, licorice root extract. The list goes on. Very nice ingredients, things that you can actually pronounce and recognize, so I really appreciate that. And obviously, support a sister. And I don't know, I guess I've just been enjoying the whole scalp tingling slash treatment the night before my wash day. But this is another one I like. I picked this one up randomly. This is not from a Black-owned business, I don't believe, but this is the Grow Gorgeous Back into the Roots 10-minute stimulating scalp mask. Similar to the other one, but not as nice ingredients. The one from Beija Flor Naturals actually has much nicer ingredients, as you would expect, because it is a all-natural brand. But this one I just was kind of interested in, decided to try it, and I've been liking it. I've used this much of it, so I've been using it a decent amount on my pre-poo nights. So I'll just grab whichever one of those I feel like, and yeah, I just have been really liking that step for some reason. I don't know why. Then once it is my wash day and it's time to wash my hair, one cleanser I've been enjoying is this one from Camille Rose Naturals. This is the Sweet Ginger. I should probably take these stickers off, but in any event, I will put the real name of it in the description box. But this is like their Sweet Ginger Cleansing Rinse. As you can see from the clearance stickers, I got it on clearance. Once again, this is a product that does not come with an applicator tip. My ride or dies know. I always just rotate my little applicator tips from bottle to bottle depending on what I'm using. It just makes my life easier. I've used this on 2 or so wash days now and picked it up on a whim. I actually picked it up from the clearance rack the same day I picked up the last cleanser, the shampoo from Shea Moisture that I showed you guys that I liked, which is the High Porosity Moisture Seal shampoo, I want to say. Still really like that, but this is another good cleanser. I'm glad that I picked them both at a price cut. I don't believe this is being discontinued or anything. I think that the Target near me is just not going to carry it anymore, which is a bummer for me, but it's Camille Rose Naturals, a sister-owned business. It's got pretty nice ingredients in it, and I do find that this can be a bit strong of a cleanser if my hair isn't seriously dirty. So if I've washed my hair relatively recently, I probably won't reach for this because it can verge into clarifying territory, but I like this as a gentle clarifier, so I feel like this is going to have a nice place in my routine because I just really like it. The last product that I will go over today is this She Scented Avocado Moisturizing Conditioner. This is meant to be, you know, your typical instant conditioner. Leave on for 5 minutes for hair that is very dry. Leave on for up to 30 minutes. Rinse with warm water. So I guess you could use it as a deep conditioner if you like, which is true about any conditioner really. But me being me, I don't use it that way, and I actually have never even tried it that way at all. I have exclusively been using this as a moisturizer. So if I need to refresh my hair, typically all I need to do is use my little DIY aloe vera spritz, which I've made a video on if you would like to check that out, and then I'll seal with some oil. But if my hair is super parched, I've also done a video on what I do for that, and that's much more involved. If I really need to revive my hair from feeling quite dry, then I'll do a spritz, and then I'll also use some cream just so I have something a little bit heavier. And I like this product for that. She Scented is a brand that I've sort of been dabbling in. They're also one of the OG Afro textured hair care, natural hair care brands that have been around for forever, but I never tried them until maybe a year or two ago. And so far, I've liked the products that I've tried from them. I really like this conditioner a lot. I think I should do a video on products that I use the wrong way almost exclusively, because there's a lot of them, and this is one. I like this as a leave-in. That's not really what it's supposed to be, but I feel like it works great that way. So if you were curious about this, there will be a link for this and everything else I mentioned in the description box, as always. Last but not least are two hair hats that I have been loving of late, and one is the one I am wearing right now. You guys have seen me wear versions of this hair hat since year one of me being on YouTube. This is the Bishi Drew wig. This wig was definitely having a moment, probably 2010-ish, 2011-ish, you know, the old school days of YouTube that I actually really miss a lot. And this is probably one of the first wigs that I felt comfortable actually wearing out in the real world. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I don't wear a ton of wigs out in real life. I love them for on camera because I love to change up my looks, and part of the fun is just coming up with different looks and different vibes. Like today I've got this freckles situation going on, which started off as me turning two zits into beauty marks, and then I just kind of kept going, and now we've got a faux freckle situation. Faux-ish. I mean, I do have some freckles, so I just kind of like darkened some of those and then added some more. I don't even know if what I have are considered freckles. They're like sunspots, which I guess that's what freckles are, aren't they? I don't know. Whatever. The point is, this is today's vibe. Back to the matter at hand. This hair girl, I mean, I would have to say that Bishi Drew is arguably the GOAT. It's probably, for me at least, my go-to wig where I feel completely comfortable wearing it out in public and not having to worry about whether it looks crazy, about whether I was successful at laying my unit well, because I feel like it's a very forgiving unit. I don't have straight hair, so it's already more comfortable for me to wear a wig that is somewhat similar to what my hair looks like. And with the Bishi Drew wigs, I find that I can pretty much like cut off the lace and put it on my head and be ready to go. It doesn't take chic natural level abilities of slayage to make it look good. So I feel like it's really a great sort of entry level wig. I have purchased and repurchased this wig so many times. I have it in different colors. This is a 430, I believe. My favorite is the purple because I feel like purple is the hair color that I should have been born with. I also like the Bishi Drew 2, which is more of a short version that looks pretty whack, honestly, out of the package. That one does require a little work, and you'll probably want to cut it. I cut mine into more of a tapered fro. I have worn it on camera, so I will link the video where you can see me wearing it here. Purple again, but I love this hair hat. It is, I would, aside from some of my human hair units, which are obviously a much bigger commitment financially and in terms of sometimes getting them to look right on you depending on how it's constructed and so forth. All of my favorite human hair units come from Fabulous City Is Me. She has a YouTube channel. She doesn't really do YouTube too much anymore because she's busy running her business. But she recently split up her wig making services from her just selling raw hair bundles. But in any event, I will link her sites below. She is pretty much the only place I go to for my human hair, period, end of sentence. But as someone who is on the struggle bus when it comes to hair hats and making them look good and look realistic, it's just easier on the pockets and sometimes on your skill level to go with a Synthetica, and this is just a great affordable wig. I will always love this unit. I actually just picked up a couple more because I needed to get a replacement for my purple because I feel like that one's going to need to be retired, so I wanted to get a fresh one, and then I also picked up a new color to try out. But yeah, Bishi Drew, that's my hair hat. That's the GOAT for me. But there is one more recent hair love, and that has been my Afro wig, which you guys have been seeing me wear in my last two videos, in my lookbook and in my Japan haul. I've just really been feeling my fro lately. I love that hair hat because it looks almost exactly like my real Afro, minus any of the drama that comes with wearing my real Afro. It's kind of this not discussed thing, but Afros are pretty friggin' high maintenance. As someone who has worn one in the past for quite a while, it was a lot, you know, having a comb it out and braid your hair up every night. You end up losing a lot of hair because of all that manipulation. So I was really happy to, in my clear out, I think I've mentioned a few times that I'm kind of little by little getting rid of a lot of things that just I don't need to keep around. And I rediscovered the Afro wig that you guys have been seeing me wearing. It's been linked under all of the videos where I've worn it, and it will also be linked under this one. But I rediscovered that wig and I've just been feeling it. I know some people feel like it's a retro vibe because people tend to associate afros with like the 60s and the 70s, but I wore a tangled fro as my signature style in college, and then also sometimes just a fully like Questlove Dr. Cornel West style fro pretty frequently. And again, the only reason I wouldn't wear it more often now is the maintenance. I don't feel like my hair texture is a trend, so I'll always feel totally comfortable wearing an Afro wig because that is almost exactly what my hair looks like when I pick it out to a fro. So I love having the option to just pop on my hair hat afro and get the look without the drama. Anyway, that is it, guys. That'll do it for me today, and I will see you guys very soon. Make sure you let me know if you've discovered any new hair loves of your own, and just leave them in the comments. And other than that, I'm gonna finish my little pregame here and head to my friend's barbecue. That is it. Thank you for watching, and I've missed you guys, so I'm happy to be seeing you again today. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
That's a nappy-headed hose there, I'm going to tell you that now.